Hey, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Ranjan, and this is 10th video of Pyspark playlist. And if you will try to search Ranjan Pyspark in YouTube, you will get my playlist. And in this playlist, I have already covered 10 videos in which I have covered basic of Pyspark, how Pyspark works, and Pyspark architecture. And in my last video, which was my 10th video, in this I have covered how we will use regression in Pyspark. And in this video, I will show you how we will solve our classification problem statement by using Pyspark. And in this video, I will be showing you four algorithms: logistic regression, naive Bayes, gradient boosting, and random forest. So first of all, I will import some basic libraries. This is for just show me the directory of Pyspark installation. And this is Spark session. I'm importing Spark session, which is used to create a SQL data frame. This I don't need. So basically, I'm importing vector assembler and standard scalar, and here I am importing these four libraries which are in the ML machine learning package. I have already explained you there are two package, ML and MLLib package. So basically ML package is used to apply the functions on the SQL data frame, and MLlib it is used to apply functions on RDD. So here I am importing one function binary classification matrix from the MLlib package. I will show you why I am importing this, and other I am importing from ML. So this is my multi-classification evaluator. So you need to be aware about ML and MLlib. So ML would be using for data frame and MLlib would be used for RDD. So first of all, I am creating a Spark session. I am giving a name Spark. And in the next step, I am creating a dataset and I am using a diabetes CSV file. So it is very known dataset. You can get anywhere from the internet. It exists in Kaggle as well. I will upload this dataset in the GitHub and Google Drive. So I have created my dataset and now I will see like how my dataset is. Here are some terms: pregnancy, glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, diabetes, predictive function, age and outcome. So this is my output. This is my Y, 0, 1. So whether a person is diabetic or not, so this is my Y and these are my X variables. So these are my independent variables and this is my dependent variable. So first I will see the schema of the dataset. If you will see, all are in the string. So first of all, I have to convert into float. So for that, I will import column from the PySpark SQL function, and here I will use select and it will select everything from the column, all the columns, and it will cast into a float. I have already shown you how it works in my last video, regression video. So I'm not explaining it again here. So now I will see my new schema. If you will see, this has been converted into float now. And now I will check missing values, whether there is any missing value in my data frame or not. It is showing me that there are no missing values. And this syntax I have already explained in my last video. So basically it is equivalent to SQL. Here I am using count and here I am applying filter. Whenever any value is null, it will increase that count. So it will see every value from new data.column. So now I will apply vector assembler. So vector assembler, what it will do, it will just combine all the features in one row, all the features of one row into one tuple or one list. I will show you how it does, because in PySpark machine learning libraries, the input the all algorithm takes is as vector or a collections of features. I will show you. So first of all, I will remove the outcome because I don't need to include outcome in vector or in features. Then I will apply vector assembler function and will create a new model which is assembler, and input columns would be columns. So these are my columns and output column would be features. So this would be my new column set. And here I will apply transform on my model which was assembler, and I will apply new data as a parameter. So it will be like this as we have received in our last video when we were using regression. So if you will see, all features are not visible, so I will apply truncate equal to false. It will not truncate all other features, so it will show me completely. So if you will see, like all other features which were organized into separate columns, so it has created a collection of feature or a list of features. So now it would be a single feature, and this is was my outcome. So this would be my X and this would be Y. So X would be a collections of features. So now the data are in different units. So I am applying scaling. So scaling would give me better results. I can use without scaling as well. So what I will do, I will just apply standard scaler and set input columns as features, and output column would be scaled features. So here I have applied standard scaling, and if you will see after the applying standard scaling, I will get my new feature which is scaled features. So these scaled features would be now scaled features. So it will be like this when I'm applying truncate equal to false. So you will see these are my scaled features from here to here. Earlier original features were like this. These were my original features. These are scaled features now. So I will create a new data set which would be assembled data, and in this I will use scale feature and outcome. So at this point, this would be my X and this would be my Y. So this would be my scale features on which first I have applied vector assembler and then I have applied standard scaling. So now I will create two data frame. First would be train and second would be test. And in this, I will use assemble data, which was my this data. And on this, I will apply random split and I will keep the ratio of train data is 0.7 and test data would be 0.3. So this would be my train data and this would be my test data. So now it's about logistic regression. In logistic regression, I have already imported logistic regression from ML package, and in all algorithms, it would be same. As we are doing in logistic regression, we have to do the same in naive Bayes, gradient boosting, and random forest. So what I have to do, I will use logistic regression function, and label column would be my actual column, actual output. So what is my actual output? That is outcome. So in this, I will define outcome. And this features column would be my input column. So what are my input feature? Scaled features. And this maximum iteration equal to 40, I can define anything. So it is just like a how many number of iterations the model should go to minimize the loss. So here I am 40, I can use any number. And here I am creating a model which is log reg. So in this, I will fit my model on the train data. So my model has been trained now. I will predict the output and using a test data. So now my prediction has been stored into prediction underscore test. So now I will see. So it will show me in the raw format. So this was my input and this was my actual output. And this is raw prediction. And on the basis of the raw prediction, logistic regression in Pyspark calculates the probability, because classification almost works on the probability. So it has calculated some probability, and on the basis of threshold or ROC curve, it will calculate the prediction. So here you will see it has predicted 0, 0, 0, 1. So it was 1, but model has predicted 0. So it has misclassified some of the records. So now I need outcome and I just need prediction. So I will import outcome and prediction in separate data set. So it would be like this. So now what I will do, I need to calculate the ROC score. So there is no such functions for calculating ROC score in ML package. So what I have to do, I have to use MLLib package. But MLLib package works on only RDD. So what I will do, I will convert this data frame into RDD. So I will create new RDD which would be my prediction and labels. So in this I will use my prediction underscore test and will filter only two columns, outcome and prediction, and convert into RDD. So now it would be converted into RDD. So this is my RDD prediction and labels. So I will create new variable which is matrix, and this binary classification matrix I have imported from the MLlib package. This one, binary classification matrix. So here I am using binary classification matrix, and inside I am giving a parameter as prediction and labels. So now my ROC score would be stored in matrix.area under ROC. So I will see my ROC, it would be like 74. And to calculate the accuracy, I will use my multi-classification evaluator, and it was from the ML package, not from the MLib package. So I can use data frame here. So what I have to do, I will define label column, which would be my actual output, that is outcome, and prediction columns, that would be my prediction that I have generated from my model. And metric name would be accuracy. I can use other metrics as well. So I will create new variable which would be my accuracy of logistic regression, and I will use evaluator this variable dot evaluate prediction underscore test. So I will calculate my accuracy on the prediction underscore test. It is giving me 74% accuracy. So now it's about naive Bayes. So it would be pretty same as we have done in the logistic regression. All difference it would be we are using naive Bayes here. And in features column, I have to define my input features, input variables, that would be my scaled feature, and label column, I have to define my output, actual output. And in this, we have to use a smoothing. So smoothing is a technique which we use in naive Bayes. We can refer smoothing as a Laplace smoothing as well. So it is a technique to smooth our categorical data variables. And this smoothing has been introduced in naive Bayes to solve the problems of the zero probabilities, because sometimes we have the zero probabilities. So that in that case it creates error, because we all know in the naive Bayes we have to use a product of the probability, because some probability are getting multiplied, and those product of the probability of the features is evaluated during the training of the model. And we don't want our model to evaluate to zero probability, because it will create a error. So just to get rid of this, we have to assign some non-zero probability to the features. So we are just adding one to every feature, to each feature count, because we are adding one in the numerator and the denominator. So it will not create a impact, but it will save us. So our model will not get into a error. So that's why I am defining here one. So I am fitting my model on the train data, and now I'm predicting. So it will show me prediction test. So it will be like same as we have received in the logistic regression. So I'm doing same thing. I am converting into RDD so that I can see my ROC score. It is not necessary to convert into RDD, but if you want to see ROC score, so you have to convert in RDD. Might be there is a function in the ML package as well, but I have not found so far. And here I will print my accuracy. It is giving me accuracy around 65%. So now it's about GBT classifier. It is gradient boosting tree. And if you don't know about gradient boosting, I have already covered gradient boosting in one of my video. You can refer this video. So in this, I will use actual output would be my outcome, and input are scale features. It is also same as we have done in logistic regression. So here I am training my model on the train data, and now I'm predicting on the test data. So it will give me prediction test. It will be same. I will convert into RDD so that I can see ROC score. Now I will print the accuracy. So it is giving me accuracy around 77%. Now it's about random forest classifier. So in this I will use random forest classifier that I have imported from ML package. In this I will use my input and output. Output is my outcome and input is my scale features, and here I am using number of trees. I can define any number. Here I am taking 40. So I will create a model which would be my random forest classifier dot fit, and here I am training my model, fitting my model on the train data, and now I am predicting on test data. So it will be same, and now I am converting into RDD. It is not required. So here I am converting into RDD. So it will show me ROC score. It is around 78%. And ROC score is very important because it actually calculates the best value of the threshold on which probability it will predict as 1 or 0. So it is calculated by ROC, receiver operating characteristics. It is AUC, area under curve. So it is very important concept in classification algorithms. So here I will calculate my accuracy. So it is giving me 77. Now I will see the accuracy of all the models. So if you will see, gradient boosting tree has given me 77, logistic regression has given me 74, and naive Bayes has given me 65, and in random forest it has given me 77. So approximately gradient boosting and random forest is giving me same accuracy, and it is performing best. So in this video, I have not covered data pre-processing. I have just two techniques only, vector assembler, but vector assembler is a prerequisite. It is a must. We have to do vector assembler so that we can apply any machine learning algorithm in Pyspark. But I have applied standard scaling in this video. I will be covering data pre-processing in my further videos. So that's all in this particular video, and I hope I am able to explain you this topic with good clarity. If you really think this video is more of good explanation, so I am expecting your feedback and your like on this video. For any suggestion, doubts, feel free to let me know by posting the comment. Your such gestures really keeps me motivated to upload videos more frequently. So do share this video with your friends and colleagues. So don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications of my latest videos in your inbox. So see you all in the next video. Till then, goodbye, enjoy, happy learning, keep rocking.